Elevator Brewing Company was started by my son and I, Ryan, in 1999 in Marysville, Ohio. Hence the name Elevator Brewing Company. We started in an old grain elevator that was built in 1845, in that range, but hadn't been used for years. But we partnered with some other people to they put in a restaurant and a bar, and we put in the brewery in 99, about a 15-barrel system over there. My son and I didn't know anything about running a brewery or making beer. We just drank a lot of it. But the opportunity presented itself. The stars seemed to align. They couldn't get a license to sell beer. I was renting an apartment. I owned a lot of apartments. I was renting an apartment to a brewer who was working in Mansfield, and that was going to close up. So we just decided it was a great opportunity to do it without a lot of knowledge.
Hi, I'm Vic Schultz. I'm the brewmaster for Elevator Brewing Company. I don't brew so much anymore. I'm more of an operations guy. I'm the one that makes sure stuff gets done. A lot of ordering, a lot of paperwork, just pointing, telling people what to do. I started as a home brewer, and once that locked in, I always said I'm going to be the guy that takes down the big guys, and it just evolved from there. Got lucky, got a job washing kegs at a brewery, and just worked my way up, and here I am today.
My name's Larry Osborne, and I'm a brewer here at Elevator Brewing Company. There's me and another guy, Zach, and we both take turns making it beer, I guess. So standard brew day starts, we get in, and then we just make the beer, I guess would be the easiest way. So the whole process takes about 10 hours to do 2 batches, which we try to do a day. So I started homebrewing when I was like 19, because you can buy all this stuff without being 21. You can make it your own. And then when I turned 21, I worked at a different brewery in Cleveland for a little bit, and I got a job here as a delivery driver. So.
Probably the beer that I like best would be Mogabi, because my nickname is Mogabi. I am Mogabi. I really like that one. I was trying to copy somebody else's beer, and that's just what happened. Once we got to that point, I just left it alone and said, this is it. So I really like that one. All the beers here at the Elevator are mine except for a few, so I'm proud of them all.
I think Dark Horse was a favorite because we won a medal. It was our first medal. We've gone on to develop some really great beers since then, and they've won a bunch of medals. I think we've won 14 medals at the American Beverage Institute testing competition.
The Big Vic, that's actually one of the salesman's ideas. He wanted an Imperial Mogabi. Since I am Mogabi, Vic Mogabi, they didn't want to say Imperial Mogabi, so they called it Big Imperial, Big Vic. And that's how the name came about. And Jay, that's the salesman, made up some weird label that he took a picture of me, and we just made it cartoonish, and that's how the label came about. So it's just an Imperial Mogabi. Same beer, only a lot stronger.
The hardest one would be Big Vic, just because of the amount of wheat that's in it, and that means you have to have a slow runoff, otherwise you could stick to mash, which means that your day just gets really, really long, and it sucks. So.
Yes, our best-selling beer is our Three Frogs IPA. And IPAs are very hot. It's the best-selling style of beer in the whole country. We sell more IPAs than any other style. So we're right there with them. Our largest selling beer is the Three Frogs IPA. Even though we do 8 other beers. We have 4 seasonal beers. In addition to the Three Frogs, we have Bleeding Buckeye Red Ale, Big Vic, which is a hybrid wheat IPA, and then we have Dark Force, which is our dark lager. Those beers are year-round. We have 4 seasonals, starting in January with Horny Goat, which is a barrel-aged porter. That's in a 4-pack. Then we go right into Hefeweizen, which is our spring beer, and that's a German unfiltered lager. Then we go into fall with Oktoberfest, and then we finish up in the winter with Winter Warmer, which is a spiced brown ale. The one I'm most proud of today, we just introduced a couple weeks ago, which is we had a bottle release for Bar, barrel-aged barley wine. It's 12%. It was aged 13 months in Woodford Reserve bourbon barrels. 2 years ago, it won a rating of 97, which was the highest in the whole country. So for us, it put us in a level where this beer is one of the beers now that might be traded, and when guys go to beer swaps, you get rare beers and beers that other people can't get a hold of but have a reputation. So our beer is now in that category where people are buying it to swap with other beers that are rare.
This year it's 11.92%. We're on that cusp of 12% for Ohio. Barrel aging started back, I think we did our first one back in 2005. And we had a brewer back then that he came from Jack Daniels. So he had the hookup, and he was a serious home brewer too, and he just said, hey, let's barrel age some beers. And he actually drove down and bought some barrels, and we threw some beer in a barrel, and that's how it all got started. And now it's grown to what it's grown to. It's just barrels upon barrels. We got barrels for sale.
Well, anytime you win a medal, it's huge, because, and especially at the Great American Beer Festival, because that's the Olympics of beer. There's nothing better or higher. And it's our second medal. Our first one was '07. But what's happening is the whole industry, your peers are judging your beer, and they're saying, yes, your beer is good.